Yo, what's up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey, it's Jay Briggs here with the Pig Dogs Morning Show, man. Money making Friday, last day of the month. My brain's scattered today, so be ready for a couple of slip ups. It is what it is. A lot of action today, but I'm here. We're all here. I'm ready to break down today's action. Got what? I forgot how many NBA. I just broke them all down. Just
10.
7?
10.
10? Oh, yeah, 10. 10 of them things today. Decent college hoops card and some NHL. We're going to break it all down. Got the franchise player with me, Chris Ruffalo. Pretty usual. What's happening, Roof? How you doing?
Yeah, not much. Just, like you said, it's just been a long last 24 hours, but we're back at it. It's last day of the month, last day of February. I hope it's not the last month. That scared the crap out of me for a second.
Right. I know.
Like it's a subtle foreshadowing, but no, it's crazy. I was thinking about it last night. 2.5 weeks we'll be in Vegas. It's crazy to me that college hoops is flying by. The month of February just flew by. Now we're already into our first conference tournaments this weekend. It's going by a little bit too quickly, but that's okay. You know what? Still got plenty of action to have, plenty of money to be made. So let's talk about the card today.
Let's do it. Ron Romanelli, welcome back. 3 days in a row. What the hell going on?
Yeah.
I'm on 3 Ron win streak.
Three-peat. Dynasty.
Unlike the Chiefs, I show up 3 times in a row, but
That was good.
Thank you. 3-time world champion Ron Romanelli. But congratulations to all of you that cashed on the freemium last night. My Islanders got it done. A little dicey of a game there, but 2-1 final. And it was a good day for me yesterday, and I'm excited for today's card as well.
Yes, sir. Ron Romanelli. It's a good day. Off a 4-0 day yesterday. It's a nice little sweep from the 9 yesterday.
Give me the WWE belt right now. That's mine right there.
Always an arm's reach. But, yeah, solid day from Ron Romanelli, man, heading into a money-making weekend. Up on a 3-day pass for my mans, especially with that huge card tomorrow, man. Make y'all some money this weekend. Costi! What's happening, brother? How you doing?
I'm pumped, man. This is my favorite time of the year. Conference tournaments is probably as good as March Madness is. It feels like it comes and goes so fast. But with the tournaments, the conference, they're spread out a little bit. We have day games. That's coming up here. I think the first one is early March. I think March 4th. And then before you know it, we have the Tokyo Series baseball mid-March. So I love baseball personally. And with March Madness, NBA, you kind of get over that January hump of, February hump of like detoxing off of football. And then all of a sudden, you're right back at it. So I'm super pumped. I have a question for you guys. Do you think I should give Ron a ticket to the viewing party this year? Think Ron deserves a ticket?
I don't know, man. We were talking about it.
I'll have my own viewing party at a different time, different channel. Same time, same channel.
Same time. No, new viewing party, same channel.
There we go.
We'll let Des Bryant basically kidnap Ron rather than Chris this year.
There you go.
Instead of Des Bryant, I'm going to invite Michael Gallup.
I'm super pumped. Vegas, there's going to be a lot of fun things that we're going to be doing there between the celebration of life. I'm going to get a lot of secondhand smoke at the Dead show. So, because I can't smoke, I'm sure when I'm there, I'm going to have to, Planet 13 is probably sponsoring the event. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Can't wait, but excited to break down the games today.
Let's do it, man. Let's do it. For me, off a solid day yesterday as well. 2-0. I had smash play of the day with the Golden State Warriors. I know closing line might have been 5.5, but we get in the morning. I had 4.5. So shout out Steph Curry and the henchmen. 56, 12 threes. Sheesh. I ain't gonna lie, halftime I was a little nervous. Halftime I was sitting there like,
Why?
fuck. Where were we down? Like 12?
It's the NBA.
I know, but down 12, laying 5. Oof.
You watch every game, Jay. You know how easy of a comeback that is in the NBA.
It's always easy when you're on the side that is coming back, but when you're on the side, like, you know what I mean, like usually I'm on the other side, so it's usually terrible.
When you're on the side that has to hold on, it's
yeah, it's the worst thing ever. I saw this yesterday. What's worse? What's worse, being on the 20-point meltdown in the NBA in the fourth quarter? You get walked off in baseball. A late third period collapse in hockey. Or a late fourth quarter meltdown and the other team goes on a 2-minute drill and wins in the NFL. Which of those four, which is the worst way to lose from a betting perspective?
It's either the 20-minute the 20-point walk down in the NBA or the third period meltdown in hockey. I can tell you because the Leafs were on the wrong side of one against Boston in 2013, and it was not a good feeling.
Yeah, I think it's the hockey, especially in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I think it's the walk-off. That shit hurt.
I don't think it is, because it's like, okay, so if you're in the bottom of the ninth, okay, I'll preface it by saying this. If it's a tie game, it doesn't hurt as much as if you're up a run.
Okay, so yeah, up a run.
If you're up runs and you give up the walk-off, that sucks. But if it's like a tie game and you're just trying to make sure that you don't give up the run to get to lose the game, it's a lot harder to give up a lead to lead going into the bottom of the ninth and then give up the walk-off.
I'm kind of numb to the NBA meltdown at this point. So it's like, but those baseball ones, them bitches hurt. Those hurt. I ain't gonna lie. So my answer to that question would be up a run and you get walked off. Cause it's coming. Like you feel the energy. Like once they get on base, it's over. You just know it's over. But fair.
How about this one? College basketball. You're up 1 with the ball with 20 seconds left. Sorry, with 40 seconds left. So you have to at least take the shot with maybe a second or two left. You take the shot, it misses. They throw a 3/4 court shot and it goes in, all net.
I think at that point you just
you're running out the game.
All right, I forgot the buzzer beater in college hoops.
Yeah, like Maryland was tied against Michigan State, but
no, the meaningless 3.
The meaningless 3. No, yeah.
Oh, to not get the cover.
The meaningless 3 in college hoops hurts worse than the buzzer beater to lose the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, the meaningless 3 is out because nobody's really upset with you, like that's what it is. Like
because here's the thing, we're at a point now where it's not coming as frequently as it was. Like teams were just shooting the meaningless 3 for the sake of shooting it, but now it's like you don't know if the guy's going to just dribble out the clock. You don't know if he's just going to stand there and if he's going to.
He has so much power in that moment. He can do whatever he wants.
I know it's a powerless feeling for us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a lot of
my favorite when they hit the shot and you hear the groans in the crowd.
Yeah.
Or the kid crying.
I remember I was watching.
Always the kid crying.
He was like, it was Mississippi State and somebody. It was part of that early season event, like the Barstool Classic or whatever. And the guy hits the 3 with like 10 seconds left, and everybody freaks out because the over just cashed. And it was like 133.5, and it hit 134.
My favorite is the kid crying.
Kids crying. You're just a mean person.
No, I'm not a mean person, but it just always goes to the little kid who's like bawling. They always cut to him. Not a mean person. You're a mean person.
I don't like watching children cry as part of my sports viewing
I
experience.
don't think that's where I was going with that. It wasn't the see, now you're taking
Well, it's where it went.
Man. Money making Friday, though, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. Anything else under the sun we need to talk about? No, not that I think of. Let me see.
Vegas. It's coming.
Green
What
Bay.
time you
Green
guys
Bay
get-
got one yesterday.
Ron, when do you get in?
I believe Monday.
Whoa. Oh, because you have to go meet your people.
Well, I have a shift on Monday morning, so
If I walk over to Blackjack and Ron's the dealer, I will lose my shit.
I'm the one with the mask on. That's always
Yeah, and
taking
like
everybody's
he doesn't
money.
recognize you, like he won't acknowledge you.
Just doesn't say a word.
Yeah. Chris gets there usually like 2 weeks early.
Not 2 weeks. Week and a half. Get it straight.
When do you get in?
Monday.
Oh, you and Ron could hang out, do stuff.
I'll be working.
Yeah.
Strap.
He'll be working. I'll be walking, trying to get pictures in the showgirl outfit. It's
Jay, when do you get in?
he hasn't
Not
booked yet.
Not booked.
Not booked. Shocker. Jay likes to pay those, expedited rates.
The shocker is you thinking that he was actually ready to book right now.
He's asked me 4 different occasions, and every time he's like, "Oh, yeah." Now it's March. All right.
We just saw these two teams.
Let's get into there's some games today, I think, right? Can't discuss games.
Let's start in the NHL.
Love that.
You got a
turned
3-game
new leaf.
card.
I've turned a new leaf.
You like hockey now?
Well, I have to give out hockey picks. I use the exact baseball formula for underdogs because I have to have a positive record by the time we go to Vegas. So then Ruffalo does a twirl for me in the lobby of the Aria at 9 a.m. with all the fans circling. You know how many fans have texted me privately and go, "I cannot wait."
You're adding details to this that nobody agreed to.
You say that. I keep winning.
I'm the one that has no. Hold on. I'm not saying about your winning hockey. I'm saying at time and place.
What are you going to do?
Who? I didn't agree to any of this. And by the way, I'm the one that's doing the twirl, so technically I'm in control of this right now. Why are we having this argument?
You guys got some problems.
They do.
Ron, the push-up was a complete failure last year. I underestimated.
Kosty almost blew out his back.
He sat on there, and then he finally lifted his feet off the ground, and I went like.
and then he backtracks, going, "I had it. I'm like, no, you didn't."
Yeah, I've been training all year though, so I feel like I may want to give it another shot.
It's not happening.
Maple Leafs, Rangers, Kings, Stars, Dallas, Stars, Wild Avalanche. Chris, how you feeling?
Way to catch me off guard. Give me the Dallas Stars. Battle of two teams that play their best hockey at home. I think the Dallas Stars get it done. The Kings, I said, are a team that I want to back when they're at home. On the road, they're 12, 14, and 5 this season. but at home 19-3-3. So like I said, there's a clear spot where you back the Kings. The Kings are going to have a backloaded schedule at home. So give me the Stars here, reasonable price at home. And that Avalanche price is climbing. Minnesota got their teeth kicked in yesterday by Utah. I'll lean towards Colorado puck line, but I just can't back Minnesota after that game. I want to see if they can bounce back today, or if there's going to be some serious problems for Minnesota going forward.
For me, I'm looking at the Rangers on the money line. I view the Eastern Conference right now in that wild card race. I think the Rangers are going to end up with one of those spots. They had a horrible start to the year, but now they're only 2 games out, and they have a game in hand. So I think they're going to end up the first wild card. I think the second wild card is going to come down to Red Wings. Realistically, the Red Wings, Senators, and Islanders. And right now the advantage goes to Detroit, but I think if we can get plus money on the Rangers right now, it's a good spot. I mean, because of their record and the fact that Toronto's the better team on paper, we can get basically a steal of a price with the home team. So I look for the Rangers to go on a big win streak, and they're already 1-2 in a row. I think they make it 3.
Guys.
Yeah, I'm with Chris on the Dallas Stars, but I'm not even going to lay the 135. I'm going to lay the puck line here. Quick revenge game at home. Last game went to a shootout.
Clippers.
The Kings, not the Clippers.
Keep the vibes. I think from this episode today. keep an eye on
what's going on.
That's
the goddamn jam session.
Keep an eye out on the injury report. We are in rock.
That's what we do. We're able to have control.
Get him out of here.
Get him out of here. Yeah, that's why nobody can hear you, because you're muted, because I muted you.
I thought it was muted the first time. My bad.
But yeah, I'm gonna lay the puck line.
You made me have to say your name. You just didn't pick up after the run, so I had to unpause and say Costi. That's what it was. So that's how my mic got unmuted. Ron caught the transition from just Chris to him.
Don't you know he only does when he's told?
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, Costi's hand.
Sorry, I apologize.
Give me that plus 185 laying the puck line. They play, like you said, they play their best games at home. I trust them at home, and instead of laying a favorite price here, I'm going to lay the puck line 1.5.
Yeah, get him out of here. Get him out of here.
Y'all know where I'm at. Bro, I didn't mute it.
You're talking when
all I said was fair.
You got to have eyes everywhere. This is when you're on the show. You got to, this is how we do it. Better be a good jam session today. It's all
Better be great,
man. We hot, man.
What's going on here?
Stars at home at the crib. I might go tonight. I can only step foot in AAC for the Stars. I cannot step in there for the Mavs. I'll only be in there for the Mavs one more time, and it won't be for the Mavs. It will be for the Lakers on April 9th. Okay. But let us spot for the Stars today. Bounce back game at home that happens to be a double revenge game. Come on now. Just simple formula for me. And the first 2 games were in LA. This one's in Dallas. It's my team. So you got the homer play. You got the double revenge spot. You got the bounce back game. Sounds like I got a premium in hockey tonight. And lay whatever your heart desires here with the Colorado Avs. In the revenge game for them as well, they lost to the Wild last time these 2 teams played in Colorado. I think they put boots to ass on them like they did the first time they met, 6-1. So as many goals as your heart's desire there with the Avalanche, Stars, and Avs for me. And a small win on the Maple Leafs, but that's Chris's team, so I'm a pass. All right, fellas, let's go over to NCAA men's basketball. Let's do it on one, man. It ain't nothing spectacular. We got Brown versus Harvard to kick off the day, man. Battle of the Ivy Leagues versus Yale and Dartmouth. Central Michigan, Eastern interdirectional battle. Is that how you say that?
Directional.
Just directional? Okay,
Yeah,
directional.
directional.
Okay. I'm an idiot if you didn't know. Iona versus Niagara. Manhattan versus Canisius. Davidson, VCU. Princeton versus Columbia. Penn, Cornell. St. Peter's, Quinnipiac. Marist versus Sacred Heart. AKA, there you go. Ryder, AKA, I hardly know it, versus Merrimack. Mount St. Mary's, Fairfield. Old Dominion, AKA New Dominion versus Coastal Carolina. UCLA versus Purdue. No Zach Edey. JMU versus Texas State. Georgia State, Georgia Southern. ULL versus Southern Alabama. Troy, Southern Miss. Iowa versus Northwestern. App State versus Marshall. Kent State versus Zip, the Zips of Akron. And Find My Heart Lost Somewhere in Nevada versus UNLV to close us out. Bank shot breakdown. Romanelli, you're up first.
Yep, let's roll with Nevada. I think they're the better team here. Nevada being favored on the road, I think, is a little bit telling. Both teams have done pretty well against the spread recently. Nevada's coming off the blowout win over Wyoming. I don't love taking teams off blowout wins, but I just think it goes to show you Nevada was a team that was playing well at the beginning of the season. They started non-conference play, 6-1. They struggled at the beginning of Mountain West play. They were 0-4 in conference action. But now starting to get back to what we saw from them from the beginning of the year. This is a dangerous team. If they can get hot in the tournament, they're a dangerous team. And I just think they're the much better team against UNLV. I also like Dartmouth to cover against Yale and maybe pull off the outright upset. But I'll take the points. Yale, we've seen them when they've lost this year. It's been on the road. They're one of the best home teams in all college basketball, certainly in mid-major college basketball. But they do have some true road losses, some upset losses on the road as well. That loss to Delaware, UTEP. So I think that Dartmouth's keep this one close. We're getting a really good price because Yale's on the big win streak, the nation-leading win streak, 12 games in a row, while Dartmouth has not looked the best recently. They are coming off that win over Princeton, though. So give me Dartmouth plus the points, sprinkle on the money line.
Yale's already clinched, haven't they?
The first seed in the?
I think the regular season title, the first seed.
Yeah. I mean, they're 11-0, so probably.
And Dartmouth second at 7-4 with like 3 games left. So yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. Yep.
Costy. Costy.
What?
Fuck, Costy.
Oh, okay, thanks. Just making sure. I was waiting for you to call my name because I obviously I only respond to when I'm told to do something, Jay. So I don't know these hand signals and things you're doing. And
I think he just told you to steal third.
Pretty much. I tried, man.
Go.
Or like the college football people on the sideline.
They usually just do the signs now. Mickey Mouse.
Sometimes they be over there with the hand signals. And then what cracked me up now is they got the fake hand signal guy and then the real hand signal guy.
Now they put it in the helmet.
Yeah, well, yeah.
But the last couple of years, it was after the scandal was the fake hand signal guy.
Right.
And the real one. I'm going to go with the Zips. I trust them at home. They haven't been great covering. Very mediocre covering team against the spread at home, but I think 4 points is not too much to worry about in this one. Kent State has been playing really well on the road and covering, but listen, the Zips have just owned this team over the last 2 years. I trust them at home. This is where they play their best ball. So Zips for me laying the 4. And I'm with Marana. I like Dartmouth a lot here. They're a really good home team. And the fact that Yale has less to play for, I think they're going to get a lot more guys in there that are going to be off the end of the bench and get them a little bit more minutes, knowing that this game doesn't mean nearly as much to them as for the rest of the season in the Ivy League. And Dartmouth, I think, catching 7.5. I'm not going to be a hero like Ron and sprinkle anything on the money line, but I will gladly take the 7.5.
Costi never want to be the hero, bro. You gotta live.
Know, man. Listen, I'm an edge better. I have no hero in me. I play volume. I'm happy with my spots and situations, and unless it's baseball. In baseball, it's money lines, so it's different. But with spreads there for a reason. Why overcomplicate it?
Because like last night, that plus 270 on New Orleans was just too good to pass up. It was too good.
That's why you're the GOAT in the NBA.
I am. But in college hoops, man, having a profitable season, trying to continue to keep it rolling. We've been fairly high recently. I'm not in love with today. I'm just be real with y'all. So I'm gonna tell y'all what I lean towards. I might not have a play in college hoops today. I might not just have one. I didn't have one yesterday. Probably don't have one today, but tomorrow we're gonna be back in action. I'm gonna tell y'all what I was looking at though. I was looking at Nevada. Find my heart lost somewhere in Nevada. I think favorite on the road tells you what you need to know here in this one. Both teams playing well. I think Nevada's the better basketball team. Just looking at the numbers, looking at the situations, looking at how they played against common opponents, Nevada's the better basketball team. Favorite on the road, I think tells you what you need to know. I want to take a shot, man. Play hero ball. Give me Iowa, the Cooper DeJeans, the Florida Rosedales against Northwestern. They got aired out in their last one by Illinois. Illinois is a solid team. Northwestern riding high off two good wins. I think this is a little flat spot for Northwestern. Returning home Friday, they think they finna do something. No, Iowa comes and gets them outright. I kind of like that plus 160 on the Hawkeyes today. And last one I'll talk about, I kind of want to go with UCLA, but again, I have no premiums today. As of right now, I have no money on none of these college hoops games. I kind of want to roll with UCLA. I'm getting that gut feeling to do it. Purdue on this little slide right now. Is today the wake-up spot for Purdue? Is today the wake-up spot, or do they continue to slide? Is the million-dollar question. I'm willing to pay to find out with UCLA, man. If UCLA, I kind of been telling y'all this about UCLA this season. It's like, I got them in that bucket where it's like they can do something, but in that same breath, they could get beat immediately. What UCLA team shows up today? Is it the team that smashed Penn State, or is it the team that, just lost at home to Minnesota? Which UCLA team shows up today? If it's good UCLA, they win this game outright, and I'm willing to attack the plus money price to find out. UCLA. Chris?
Yeah. I'm going to go with
Get him out of here. Get him out of here. That's my favorite Ron line. Get him out of here.
Get him out of here.
I'm going to go with Princeton here, laying the 4 on the road against Columbia. Columbia is drawing dead at this point. They're out of the conference tournament. They're playing up the string at this point. A lot of it has to do with the fact they lost their big man, Rubio De La Rosa. Since he went out of the lineup, it's just all falling apart for Columbia. I think they're 0-8 against the spread. Princeton has been disappointing. 17-9 may not sound disappointing, but they're 6-18 against the spread, and they're trying to hold on to a spot in the top 4 in the Ivy League. So only the top 4 make the conference tournament in that conference. So I think the sense of desperation kicks in. I think Princeton gets the winning cover on the road in this one. So I'll lay the 4 with the Tigers in that one. Give me, let's see, what else do I like here? Give me Quinnipiac at home against St. Peter's. St. Peter's been playing well, but I think the line is this heavy for a reason. There's always a concern for St. Peter's that they go back to relying on their defense and trying to hold teams down in low-scoring games. I just think Quinnipiac is too much for St. Peter's offensively here. I think Quinnipiac wins this one by double digits. So give me Quinnipiac in that one. And a lean towards Iona. I just feel like they're the better team. Favorite on the road for a reason. Niagara's lost 3 straight. And just have not looked good in conference play so far. So I'll lean towards Iona in that one.
Anything y'all might have missed in college hoops?
Let me see.
Where?
First time on the show.
Goddamn jam session. Jesus. Where is it?
Now he's talking on mute. Give me Canisius and get me to the NBA.
I told y'all at the beginning of the show. I'm sorry, but I told y'all at the beginning of the show what kind of day it was. Like sometimes it just don't all come together, man. It happens. You know, we can scoot on over to the NBA. 10 games over there today, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love my intro, but the one that's better.
Oh, jeez. I saw the background change, and it was.
I shouldn't have told you that the other day. I should have told you that, but let's do it, man. Let's talk some NBA basketball. First game on the board is the Detroit Pistons favored at home at the crib over the Denver Chicken Nuggets. Interested to hear y'all's thoughts on that one. And we'll go. What time is it? We're 30 minutes in. Let's do 2 at a time. We'll do Hawks Thunder. And it is Costi Durant up first.
I'll be going back and forth about this Denver-Detroit game. I mean, everything in my body wants me to take Denver, and I'm sticking to it. And here's my breakdown for it. Denver off no rest has been solid this year. They're 8-3 ATS with no rest. So I'm not worried about them playing the back-to-back. I almost think it's better for them after they just got that whooping last night at Milwaukee that they're going to make a statement here. I mean, this is in what world is Detroit a favorite against Denver? I mean, I get it. They've been playing really good ball of late. I totally get it. They're a good team this year. They're on a crazy winning streak, but still, man, this is one of those Friday night lights. Joker comes to play and just shows everybody who is the man. And so I'm with Denver on this one. The other one, I'm laying the points with the Thunder Buddies. It's not Wednesday. It's not Hawk Romanelli Wednesday. So this is their spot this year. And they've just been covering double digits on the road like it's nothing. You're going to see a lot more people. I'm seeing a lot of betting tickets on actual Atlanta, which is a little bit surprising. But I didn't see any injury concerns for the Oklahoma City Thunder, and they played like crap. Was it last game? No, 2 games ago. They just beat up on the Nets.
They didn't cover, though. They trash.
They didn't cover. But that's 17. I mean, that's a bigger number. This is only 11. I mean, they were down the entire game versus the Nets. They came back. They stormed back in the third and fourth, but it just wasn't enough. I don't see them falling behind versus Atlanta. They run and gun. They don't play defense in Atlanta, and I think that's going to benefit Oklahoma City.
I'm with you. Thunder Buddies for life. I'm going to lay the points. Yeah. They've been disappointing here in the last couple games. They're still, the third best ATS team in the league? Like, it's gonna take probably a 15-game streak for me to give up on the Thunder. Like, that's how much merit they've earned with me. So it's like they're one team. I'll lose, I'll sign myself back up again. But in this one, just playing the X's and O's game, I think the Thunder match up really well with Atlanta. They got the perimeter defense to slow them down. And I think, if Atlanta was fully healthy, like if they still had, what's his name, Jalen Johnson, then, they'd be able to play much better defense on the perimeter on a team like the Thunder. But in the current state of these two teams, I think the Thunder come in here, air them out, win the game comfortably. Hawks have been much better ATS this season. They're not on the do not bet list, but I just can't with a clear conscience. Y'all know my beef with the Hawks last season, and y'all know how much I love the Thunder from a money making perspective. So with a clear conscience, cannot put money on the Hawks against the Thunder. Just can't do it. Won't do it. Thunder Buddies for life. Pistons Nuggets. Who knows what I'm finna say? Who knows the next words that are finna come out of my mouth? Nuggets, Pistons. You know. It's I say it all the time.
I don't know.
I don't know.
The
Not
Nuggets
at home.
Chris?
Nuggets go stupid, dummy, crazy at home.
No.
Because they're not at home. So that's not what I was going.
I know what I'm saying. Otherwise,
I say it quite often.
overrated and overvalued.
Line here tells you what you need to know.
Ron, can you give me some advice?
Jeez.
I don't think I've ever said those words, but not saying that I wouldn't say those, but I think I've said them. But I do say the line tells you what you need to know quite often, and this is just one of those. Don't overcomplicate. The Pistons are favored in this game for a reason. Where do we like fading the Nuggets? On the road anyway. So the Pistons, man, are red fucking hot, and enough people ain't tuned in watching them. They're just not watching the Pistons. And I'm here to tell you, as somebody who is watching them, they're hot, and they're playing just as well as anybody is right now. Melo Yellow is on a different level. I like the group he got around him, a budding star and Thompson, some veterans like Hardaway and Tobias Harris, who kind of been, guys that were slighted at their last place, but now they've come here, fell in love with the culture, fell in love with the team camaraderie, and the vibes are high in Detroit. The vibes are as high in Detroit as they've been really probably in my lifetime. So it's like Friday night at home, Nuggets rolling in. This venue's gonna be sold out tonight. And I think the Pistons go out, balls to the wall, to continue to prove that they're not the team of old, but this new team. I'm on the Pistons. I think they win the game. Chris?
Yeah, I'm on the Pistons as well. I think it's going to be the exact same thing that you kind of saw against the Celtics, where, there's optimism in Detroit now. This team is playing with confidence, and they're stepping up to the plate against some of the bigger teams. It's not like they're just beating up on bad teams. They're starting to show up against the good teams that they've gone up against. And we talked about it before. The sports scene in Detroit is starting to look bright once again. I mean, the Red Wings have been playing well. The Lions, looked good. The Pistons are starting to look good. And, we love backing the Denver Nuggets as much as the next guy. But this is just, like you said, a spot where I think Pistons are favored at home for good reason. I like the Pistons here a lot. And I'm also going to go with the Thunder as well. My concern for Atlanta is the defense. They're giving up points in bunches. I mean, if we look at recent games that Atlanta's had, gave up 131 to the Heat, 148 to Detroit, 149 in overtime to the Knicks. The Thunder kind of have that balance of where they can do it offensively. They're a really good defensive team. And I just think they take down the Hawks here, get the winning cover on the road. So give me the Thunder.
We're on the done, man. Top of the 7-day, or not 7-day, but the 24-hour leaderboard. I just saw Brad posted the heater report. Damn, I thought I was going to be at the top, and I wasn't.
I got you by a couple cents.
How you feeling?
Well, what do you think I'm going to take in this Detroit-Denver game?
You're a sharp chaser. So
It's going Denver.
You think I'm going to take Denver? What do you think, Costi?
Easy. Denver.
Give me the Detroit Pistons.
Oh, my God.
Here's why. Now, I don't love the fact that I have to take a team that's on a big win streak and cover streak coming off the win over the Celtics. This is not a great game, in my opinion. But when you look at Denver and you look at that last game against the Bucks, and it's been the case since Jokic joined the league, they have a huge advantage in the paint almost every game. They had a 68-42 points in the paint advantage in that game against Milwaukee. Still lost that one by 9, but that's their game. The Pistons, though, have some options to minimize, not necessarily get rid of, but minimize the impact that Jokic has offensively. I mean, we just saw Detroit against Boston, 62-20 points in the paint advantage in that game. Boston made 21 threes at a 43% clip and lost by 20 points. This Detroit team, I think it's the real deal. I really like what I'm seeing from it defensively. They've really just made big improvements. I mean, when you get outshot, they made 8 more threes. You shot 59% from the free throw line against the defending champs, and you still won by 20. I got to go with Detroit here at a cheap price.
Surprise
buy it.
that me. Great play though.
But Denver doesn't lose often. They've done it 3-4 times this year. They lost back-to-back games. This team just gets up for games after a loss, and I'm sticking to it. I think they're going to dominate Detroit tonight.
Costi on an island. In that one, we'll see if he stands alone and stands tall, or if the Pistons continue to shock the world.
You guys approve all my bets.
I like to be on the island most times, but this time I got to go with the guys.
It doesn't bother me. I like being.
And the public loves Detroit tonight. They love Detroit.
That's okay. It's Friday.
Friday.
We go square dancing on
Friday.
Friday. I had to learn that. I really had to learn that, bro. No square dancing on Friday. For real. Celtics land 2.5 on Cleveland, the number 1 ATS team in the league versus the defending champs, the number 1 record team in the league versus the defending champs in Boston. And we got the Portland Trailblazers out on the road facing the Brooklyn Nets. I'm up here. I'm on the Portland Trailblazers in a lean. I just don't trust Brooklyn in Brooklyn. I can bet Brooklyn on the road. At home, if I'm not getting 17.5, I'm not looking in the direction. It's pretty much how it goes, how it breaks down for me with Brooklyn. I think Portland is the better basketball team by a pretty decent margin. They should come in here and win this game. I'm on the Celtics. I'm on the defending champs. I think they are the better basketball team still by a pretty decent margin. We know the number following a loss. I'm sure one of the guys will give it to you, the exact number. But what I'm looking for Boston, I told you guys, are motivation games, spots where they're motivated to come out and do something. And tonight's one of those. Friday night against the team that has a better record than you, the number 1 team in the conference. I think they show up. I still think they're the better basketball team. They just don't care about seeding, record. They don't care about none of that. Cleveland is the team that does, so that's why Cleveland goes balls to the wall in every game, and that's why these two teams are so different from an ATS perspective this season. But when they come together, you got to throw that shit out the window. And it's X's and O's, what's going to happen on the floor. The Celtics going to come out and show why they're still, in my mind, the best team in the NBA by a pretty decent margin. Chris?
Yeah. Sorry. I'm just trying to get back on track here. I'm going to lean towards the Celtics here. It's hard because I do like the Cavaliers, but I just think this is a spot at home where I'm
surprised. I'm kind of surprised because you've been on Cleveland. You've been riding.
I know I have been, but it's just
you've been riding the fuck out of Cleveland. I'm surprised.
But the thing is that the Celtics have just been one of those teams that rises to face the teams at the top. You know, they play the good teams tough, and I think they do so against Cleveland here as well. Like I said, it's a number off a loss. And normally I don't always love backing it, but the Celtics have been playing some solid basketball. They kind of just walked into a buzzsaw last time out against Detroit, but never thought I'd say those words. Boston walking into a buzzsaw in Detroit, but I think TD Garden going to be live for this game, and I think the Celtics take care of business. So give me the Celtics.
Wow,
Ron, we know you hate the Cavs with a passion, but
you know where I'll be.
But you do like to sharp chase with them occasionally. It's not really sharp chasing. They're the number 1 ATS team in the league. So. I give you credit for it, but what you doing in this one today? I'm interested.
What do you think I'm doing?
Oh, is this the game we're playing the entire show?
I guess so. Mm-hmm. I kind of like it.
I make up my own rules, Ruffalo.
I think you're with us again. I think you're taking Boston.
I'm going to lean towards the Cavs.
Oh my
believe
God!
It or not. Yep, I'm gonna lean towards Cleveland. I really was not impressed.
Fun with Ron Romanelli.
I know it's Friday. You guys don't get Ron Fridays too often, but this is what he does. But yeah, for me, I have not been impressed with the Celtics in this season series, even though they lead 2-1. I think that they've kind of just been beneficial of the hot perimeter shooting. Like the last game, they won by 7. They had a huge 3-point advantage, and they still only won by single digits. I think if Boston has any kind, if they do not shoot 40+% in this game from 3, I think they lose outright. We just talked about how the Pistons had a 62-20 advantage in the paint. I think that's a problem. I think Cleveland, like I said, I don't love taking teams on these big win streaks, coming off blowout wins, but I got to go with the Cavs in this one. And I think the line being 2.5, where we've seen it in that 5.5, 6 range, I think it tells you, Cleveland matches up pretty well in this one. So I'm going to go Cleveland.
Fair. I'm not mad at you. And I saw a comment pass by. I can't find it, but Ron's not a sharp chaser. I just like to accuse him of being a sharp chaser. Ron's a sharp that occasionally he's so sharp that sometimes he jumps on the sharp chaser plays, and I have to tell him.
That's okay, Jay. Listen, you can call me whatever you'd like, as long as I can still cash the checks at the bank.
And no, the Cavs are not beating the Celtics today. Costi, how you feeling?
Who is 13-3 ATS after a loss this season?
Chris Ruffalo.
That's
Like knows.
pretty good. That's pretty good. But Ruffalo is not 13-3. It's more like a
You watch your mouth.
10-6 guy. He's a 10-6 guy. It's not 13.
Kicking the nuts.
Awful loss. I'm taking the Boston Celtics. They're 13. It's the best bet in basketball this year. They're 13-3 off a loss. Now you get them at home. They're going to get up for this game. Now I'm not too worried about Garland not playing. He's going to be back for this game probably. It's a big game for them. On the Boston side, same thing with Jaylen Brown. I see him playing in this game as well. Even if they don't, I don't think it sways me off the play. In the Garden Friday night versus the top competition off a loss, this is just Boston's spot. It's almost an automatic bet. When I see Boston lose, I don't really look into it much further. This is where they come back and they make you money this year. I've done it a lot this year with them. So I'm on Boston, not going to overcomplicate it. Look, it's not a game that I'm putting a high amount of money on. I'm a micro better, so everything I do is high volume with micro bets. But still taking Boston here. And then in the other one, I don't really have a lean to either side. I'm passing. I'm taking a Ruffalo in Portland, Brooklyn.
We got the Indiana Pacers laying 4.5 points on the Miami Heat. And we got your Chicago Bulls 1.5-point home favorites over the Chris's, over the Seattle Raptors. Speaking of
they're Seattle on the road. They are Seattle on the road.
Speaking of Chris and the Seattle Raptors, what you doing in that one?
Oh Lord. The only one of these two I could potentially lean towards is maybe the Indiana Pacers. I'm so checked out with the Miami Heat. I want no part of this team. The Pacers have started to cooled off a little bit on the road. They haven't played on the road since the All-Star break, so maybe that's slowed down their road form a little bit, but still, I remember when this team was 2-11 on the road earlier this season. Now all of a sudden they have a winning record away from Indiana. The Miami Heat, they scored 131 points against Atlanta. I think that was more Atlanta's defense than it was about Miami's offense. We know this Miami team could easily put up 86 points in a game if they so choose. So give me Indiana. I just feel like they're the more consistent, more trustworthy team across the board. I'll take the Pacers.
You can't weasel out of this. I need to know who you like in that Raptors game.
I genuinely don't have a side in this one. If I had to, I'd maybe lean towards the free bucket with Toronto. But
what?
Of course you would, you homer.
Yeah, shut up, all of you. Shut up, all of you.
He didn't want to get to be fair, he didn't want to give the pick out.
I know.
And you know what I was thinking to myself this morning? For a Canadian, he doesn't really have a Canadian accent.
He does.
Because he's on the East Coast Canadian. The West Coast Canadians have more of an accent.
Yeah, I
the French Canadian is more.
If you didn't know Chris was Canadian, you would think he's American. You just would think.
Well, he's literally
close to an hour from another country. So.
Yeah, he's like when I was potentially going to go to the Bills game. Thank God I didn't. He was gonna meet me across the border.
I feel like our other Canadians here you feel them, like you feel their Canadianness. Like, I'm just saying from like off the rip, Chris is definitely Canadian through and through once you get to know him. But like just coming off.
What makes him Canadian? Now I'm intrigued.
When you can tell, like, okay, there's not like and I hate to use this word, but it's the only thing I can think of. There's not a stereotypical Canadian accent necessarily. Like we don't all talk about igloos and say a boot, and it's like, we don't all have that, but there are certain people where you can kind of know that they're Canadian. It's not as widespread. Like there's like there were some people that do talk overly Canadian that kind of have that, I won't say dialect, but that tone. But I don't know.
All I know, Chris, is he gives Canadian candy. That's all I know.
And you're not getting any, by the way.
I don't want any. If anything, I want them shipped because my bet. You're
gonna have to pay the tariffs on it, so
I don't want it. Somebody did just pull Chris's gift bag from last year's March Madness. Found the bag of Canadian candy like today, and she said, "I told her they're still edible.
They're still edible. Those things can survive a nuclear war. I like Twinkies."
Yeah,
maybe we'll do a Toronto meet and greet.
Toronto meet and greet.
And 4 people show up.
Oh, we'll go to the game.
I bumped into a couple of people when I was at a Leafs game a few months ago. That was cool.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you bump them or they bumped you?
I don't know, but I'll be bumping you when I see you in Vegas. I'll knock you into the Buddha in front of the Aria.
Hey, I'm staying at the Aria. I'll get security to escort you out.
You will do no such thing.
Fucking
give me the Raptors. I got to fade Chicago on its 4-game ATS win streak. Raptors are a profitable road team this year against the spread. Give me Toronto.
The Raptors.
No. It's hard to get it out.
That's what she said.
Costin.
I don't want to give out the game. Toronto, a small lean on Chicago. I can't take the Raptors on the road. If they're getting inflated numbers, yes, that's why they've been profitable. Usually they're getting inflated lines and they're not winning, but they're covering. But in this case, it's not going to matter. And like I said, I don't love it. Chicago has, as bad as they've been at home, they're still covering. And it's the same thing. It's kind of like the reverse. I won inflated points at home with Chicago, and I'm not getting it because they're a favorite. It's just a shitty game, but I'm going to lean Chicago. Just the fate of the Raptors at this point on the road. And then in the other game, this one scares me the most because most people would say, look, Miami's been playing horrible. Indiana's been much more improved on the road. They've been a good ATS team. But Miami wins games they're not supposed to win, and this just smells like that one of those games where they could win this game, not even the cover. They could win the game outright. They're not supposed to win. So, yeah, on the amazing other plays that I like on the board today, these are like my least favorite, these two. So I'm going to have a lean on Miami on this one just for not taking another Ruffalo because I've already taken one. I feel like I can't keep taking them.
Indiana for me just came across my phone. I've been out. We'll see if that affects the line a bit at all. Huge piece of the team. One of the most underrated guys in all of the NBA. Love me some Benedict Mather. He will be out for this one, but Indiana is the better basketball team by a pretty decent margin. I'm higher on Indiana than probably 99% of the world. I got Indiana going back to the Eastern Conference Finals against the Celtics. Probably 6. No. I do. I think they can beat Cleveland. I think they can beat New York. And that's really all they got to do to get back to the Eastern Conference Finals, to get beat by Boston. That's my thoughts. So, yeah, small in on Indiana here. Want to see if the line moves at all, but I kind of like Chris said, I just don't trust the Heat at all. I don't trust them whatsoever. They've been terrible from an ATS. The Heat are kind of starting to return to that Heat team they were 2 seasons ago when they were the worst ATS team in the league and we were fading them blindly. So, based on what, bro? Pacers not beating Cavs? Based on what? Based on what? And what was the other one? I did the slide. I don't even know. It was the Raptors and the Bulls is what it was. Small lean on the Bulls, your Chicago Bulls, but I'm not overly in love with the game. I can't take the Raptors here with a clear conscience. The Raptors stay record on the road this season. They only got like 4 road wins. My bad. They got 5. They have 5. But you need them to win this game, basically.
Yeah, don't be selling us short.
I know, my bad. I got 5. Sorry, Seattle.
It's like a backhanded comment. I got 5. Seattle.
I don't trust them. Small. That's a game I'm not betting. I'm just be real with you. I'm not betting that tonight. Chicago been real tough coming out of the break, though. Real tough. Grizzlies and the Knicks. This line growing. It's 4.5 now for Memphis. And New Orleans and the Suns playing immediately after playing last night. Ron, what's you?
Got to roll with the Phoenix Suns, the best cover team in the league, laying the points. Coming off the loss last night, I think they bounce back and earn a blowout win. We haven't seen Zion play in a back-to-back since October, so I don't see anything official right now, but I would expect either him out or limited, and that's a big difference maker. I'm going to go with Phoenix and by 10 points.
This is crazy, literally. Like right now across my phone came this report. And I think this report just sums up everything I've been trying to tell y'all about Phoenix. Everything. Coach Budenholzer recently implored Devin Booker to stop being as vocal on the court and in the huddle during timeouts. So coach's voice could be heard. They just doing anything over there in Phoenix. That team is terrible, man. This run is the Sharp Chaser special, bro. I gotta tell you, all of them today. You really didn't have one. Some of them I like. The Cleveland one, I definitely understand. But Phoenix. Costi, tell him he's an idiot.
I can't on this one.
No.
I just don't see them back-to-back getting blown out at home. This is like Ron said, I want to see this. Is Zion going to play back-to-back games within 24 hours? They're at home. They got embarrassed last night. They're going to come back, and this is a double-digit win for the Phoenix. This is probably the only spot I rarely bet them consistently, and I took the L last night, but you know what? I'll come back and get a double-digit win. And the other one was New York, Memphis, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm taking Memphis here. New York against winning teams has struggled. They beat up on the teams they're supposed to beat, but on the road at Memphis, who's a very, very good team. I don't think Cat is still going to play in this game, and this is going to be a butt whooping by Memphis here. I just don't trust the Knicks against really good competition. They failed almost every time this year, so I think this is a good spot for Memphis at home. They beat up on the Suns in a shootout game. Now they've had some rest, so I'm not too worried about that 300-point game. So they're well rested, and I just trust them at home. This is where they shine the most. 22-6 at home, and I don't think the point spread really matters in this one. Memphis for me.
Memphis for me too. Memphis goes stupid, dummy, crazy at home at the crib. Knicks don't beat good teams. I don't think they're going to do it tonight. Memphis, the number 2 ATS team in the league. We don't fade Memphis in Memphis, especially on a Friday night. Boy, the Grizzlies game in Memphis on a Friday night is like the club. Like they be in there turn, they be in there tripping. And the Grizzlies usually respond to that style energy. I think the vibes are going to be at an all-time high tonight with the Knicks coming in. I think the Grizzlies handle business. Today's the last day of February. You know how many times this month in February the Phoenix Suns won a game by double digits?
Tell us.
You know how many times they did that this month? 0.
One time after tonight.
Oh my God, 0. And it's not happening tonight. I had the Pelicans plus 270 outright on the money line last night. I really want to take it again, but it is a quick revenge bounce back spot at home for Phoenix. They probably win the game. No way in hell do I think they do it from an ATS perspective. They might win the game, but for ATS, I don't think so. And to be honest, if you really ask me, like if you said, Jay, we're going to give you $1 million. You have a choice to put $1 million on Suns money line or New Orleans Pelicans money line. I promise you, it would be on New Orleans Pelicans money line with the quickness. If I just had a free $1 million bet, it would be on the Pelicans money line. That's how ass the Suns are right now. As somebody who watched that game last night, I'm telling y'all, bro, the Pelicans was looking good. And so earlier in the season, they said that Zion was not playing back-to-backs. So right now he's game time decision. I don't think he plays. He might. Vibes is high right now, so they got to kind of cater to it. But I'm just telling y'all, the Suns are not who y'all think they are. They're not. They were terrible ATS last season. They were terrible this season. They don't win games by margin. Hell, they barely win games at all, as far as I'm concerned. Give me the Pelicans. I think Pelicans are in their best stretch of basketball of the season, the entire season. They're in their best stretch, and I don't want to fade them right now. Give me New Orleans plus the points. And fuck it. Step back 3 on a Friday. Money line again. Chris?
Yeah, give me the Grizzlies. The Knicks have just had issues against some of the best teams in the NBA this season. They've gone 1-7 against the Thunder, the Celtics, the Cavs, and the Grizzlies. And that one cover was that blowout win over Memphis. And I think Memphis hasn't forgotten about that. I think they get their revenge here. So give me the Grizzlies in that one. And Suns Pelicans, there are certain teams that just defy the spots. Suns are one of those teams. I'm taking the Pelicans.
They are. That's what I was trying to say, Chris. Thank you. You put in the Suns are the team. The spot don't matter. It doesn't.
The spot doesn't apply.
It doesn't apply. It doesn't apply.
They're just so bad. I don't know why they can't put it together.
Yeah. The same thing was said about the Miami Hurricanes, and then they went on a 6-2 against the spread run. So I'll see you at the window, or maybe I won't.
You won't.
The same thing we said about the Orlando Magic. How well that work out?
Ooh.
Half a point. Whoop-de-doo.
Ron, we don't care about those guys up top.
No, we don't.
Train on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Costi, I thought you said not to listen to anybody's NBA opinion.
What?
A couple days ago.
What
NBA opinion? What are you talking about?
Talking about the last 2 games on the card, which are the Utah Jazz and the Minnesota Timberwolves. And
what are you talking about?
And my favorite team, the Los Angeles Lake Show Lakers. Costi?
What the hell are you talking about, Chris?
Don't
That
worry.
doesn't make any sense. I'm going to take the antless Minnesota Timberwolves. You're getting a good price on fading the worst home team this year in basketball in the NBA. The Jazz can't win. They suck at home. They're broken. And I'm not even worried about with no Ant. I know it's a back end of a back-to-back. Utah's rested, but I'm still taking the Timberwolves here, laying the 2.5. And then in the other game, taking the Lake Show Lakers. I know there's going to be people that sit out because the back end of a back-to-back, but this team is just hot, and I'm not fading them in this spot. The Clippers haven't covered a game since middle of February. I mean, it's pretty standard here for the Lakers, who are just been one of the best teams in the last 20 games overall. I mean, they've just been playing lights out before the trade, since the trade. And I get at the back end of a back-to-back, and we may or may not see LeBron, and that's why the line shows it. But unless I've seen something else, Jay, do you see the Luka's not playing?
As of right now, there's no news. They're not even on the injury report. But that's the one thing I kept saying today on the gym session was check the injury report, check the injury report, check the injury report.
This is an injury report game for me. I'm leaning the Lakers, but I need to see what I'm dealing with later in the day. So if I do bet it, I'm not going to bet it till late. But still leaning the Lakers.
Shoot-arounds are happening right now, so news is going to start dropping here soon. I'm on the Lakers. They're just too hot right now to fade. And I'm a homer. And they're going to win the title. OKC, KFC, UFC, Lakers in 5. Do you really want to step in front of this train right now? Like, is this really what you want to do? Like, you got the best scorer in the league in Luka Doncic. It's not even debatable. He was a scoring champ last season. So before y'all get the scoring champ. And then you got the greatest player to ever play the fucking game, who's 40, still out there balling. Like, what more do y'all want? LeBron is playing the 5 at 40. Lit. I know the Clips been playing well against the Lakers in their little matchup history. That was the old Lakers. That was with AD. That wasn't with Luka. Do y'all forget what Luka did to them last season in the playoffs? I was there. I was in the building. Oh my God. Y'all remember how he murdered them? The thing about Luka Doncic is he is the reason why I just love him so much, bro. He is the biggest mismatch ever. Like, he's 6'7" and handle a rock like he's 6'2", like he's 6 foot. You can't guard him. He's a mismatch problem. And so teams that play well against other teams, they just, that same shit they be trying to do don't work on him. It just don't. And then you put him next to the guy who literally invented that style build, who invented that style of play, who has given the keys to the young guy. LeBron is playing off the ball. He done gave the keys to the Don. And the Don not even shooting good yet. He's not even shooting correct yet.
What are we doing here with this rant? It's just talking about the Lakers in general. So you're just going to take the Lakers every day against the spread because
no. So
Luka's the scoring champ and LeBron's 40 years old?
Let's not forget that every day there's the Texas Rangers during baseball.
No, whoa. I see this narrative start to begin. How many games has Luka played with the Lakers so far?
6.
I think 6. Mm-hmm. This is my 3rd time taking them, so I'm 3-3. I'm 3-3.
Okay, how many times in those 6 games did he have more than 30 points? More than 25 points? 1.
0. Or 1.
32. He had 32 against the Nuggets. So that's 14, 16, 14, 21, 19.
You proving my point. They ain't even got to the getting yet. And they looking good winning and covering. They ain't even got to the shit yet. Man, it's going to get scary in Lakerland. I'm just telling y'all. A lot of people thought this trade was for the future. I'm here to tell y'all, nah. This trade for the right fucking now. I'm making it official. The Los Angeles Lakers are winning the NBA championship, and that's where I'm putting my futures ticket on, man. I've seen enough.
Did you just hit the button?
I'm taking the Lakers.
I got to get new buttons because this.
Oh no! I thought Jay hit his own button. That's why I was.
Yeah, I don't like it. Yes. I like just to like I know exactly what I'm getting when I press it. And I don't.
I'm trying to think of which one comes next. Yes.
We're going Boston, LA in the finals.
Yes.
We're gonna get. It's probably gonna. I'm gonna say. I still gotta see how the seeding matches up for the Eastern Conference Finals, but I don't know. It wouldn't shock me to see like the NBA finna go nostalgic this year. It's gonna be like Lakers, Warriors in the Eastern Conference Finals. I mean the Western Conference Finals. Lakers, Warriors in the Western Conference Finals.
Oh, you're getting that. Now you're getting off track. Come on.
Not really. I'm just letting y'all know. And then Boston, Indiana, Eastern Conference Finals. You heard it here first. I got to put it on film. So February 28th is where Jay officially made his NBA predictions. Remember,
Jay officially made an ass of himself.
Okay.
Indiana is the worst one of all of them. How are they going to win 4 of 7 against Cleveland?
Y'all just don't watch the games. Y'all just read headlines. It's okay.
I watched the
Yeah.
games.
Did y'all not just see Indiana last game? Hallie with 33?
Coming from the guy that just said, "This is why I love Luka so much." I think we'll just stick to our headlines then.
I do.
But
I,
give me the
see,
Clippers.
I don't run from the fact. I just call it what it is. I love him because of what he's done. Like that's why, like from a mental standpoint, like it don't even make sense how the Mavs traded him. Like I don't see him through the same lens. I can't see him through the same lens that everybody else see him through. I can't. I just can't. So I don't know. Because to me, bro, he's the best player in the NBA, and it's really not even close. Like, did we not see that 40-foot step back on Gobert in the conference finals last year when he looked at him and told him, "You can't fucking guard me"? A 40-foot step back bomb. What are we talking about? Y'all not see that 3 from the corner last night? Who's doing that shit?
That's my favorite one.
It's over for the Lakers.
Okay.
This is going to go down as the worst trade in NBA history. Lakers are going to be regretting it for years.
What?
Give me the Clippers plus the points.
Why?
Because he doesn't look what he's doing so far. He's doing nothing.
It's a new team, and he doesn't have to be the
We'll
alpha.
see. We'll see. I can't see him. I can't see the Lakers right now beating OKC 4 out of 7 games. Or the Nuggets.
That I can respect because they are
Did you not? The only team that I think can beat Oklahoma City is the Lakers, and it's because of Luka Doncic. Did you not watch the playoff series last year? That's what I'm saying. We can't be watching the same things. We can't. Did you not see him torch them in the playoffs? Did you not see it? Because I did. I sure did. I was sitting right there.
Well, to be fair, Luka needs big men to rebound. So that's that Mavs team.
No, he does not. No, he does not. No, he does not. Him and LeBron are just capable enough to rebound. 2, 6, 8, 6, 7 guards. Rebound. That's why Luka has triple doubles. That's why he has triple doubles in his last couple games. That's why his rebound numbers are so high. They don't need that.
I'm a Lakers fan. I think it's a really good team.
They just need a live threat. I'm just telling you.
Costi, we're losing this argument. Let's not like
we can argue this. We can argue this all the way through. Like this is what I love doing. Like just genuinely talking about what's going to happen in the NBA. There's nothing I love more. And I can't wait. I've seen enough.
Did you say step back 3 over Gobert?
I did.
By the way, the Clippers are laying 4.5 now.
Yeah.
I heard Clippers and the points. That's why I was like,
what?
I'll lay the points with the Clippers. Listen, before a couple months ago, we would hear when the Lakers and Clippers played, Jay would go on his, this is the little brother versus big brother, and I like the little brother. And I mean, they played well against them, so why not? I'll lay the points with the Clips
because it's a different team, and
just one guy,
and the guy that they acquired is the Clippers' kryptonite. As a Mavericks fan, as somebody who has watched Luka Doncic play every fucking game against the Clippers, remind you, we got to take this back to COVID when we played them in the bubble. When Luka came alive, bro. When he hit them with that game winner. Who was that against? The Clips. That's what I'm saying. Like
this line doesn't tell you that he's not playing.
Like last season when we knocked them boys off in the playoffs, that shit meant something, bro. This shit meant something.
If this is the line and Luka and LeBron are both playing, you're in big trouble. This line telling me that they're not playing, at least one of them, if not both. But if they are playing and it stays Clippers laying 4.5, you're in big trouble.
We'll see. The line, that's why I said on the jam session, keep an eye on this game because I kind of am expecting them not to play. I really am. I'm kind of expecting them not to play on the second leg of a back-to-back. I'm really not. But it's not official yet. And they're not even on the report.
What percent chance would you say they're going to play?
Last time I played this game, I gave a 30% chance he was out for the season. So I don't know if I'm going to play this game. I think it's 50-50 though. Honestly, I think it's 50-50.
I'm going to go 100-0 based on this line.
Fair. They said last time I killed Wimby.
That's
you did.
Maybe we got to do Hey, percent chance that Doncic is playing.
That's hilarious. Fair. Did everybody go here, or did I just rant the whole time? I'm sorry.
I'm lost.
I got nothing for these final two, so you're good for me.
Okay.
Totally lost. How do we get here?
Ron got upset because I called Luka the Don when he's the Don, but they're both the Don. So
Ron the Don.
Ron the Don, Luka the
That's
Don.
awesome. That's an awesome nickname. Somehow I got KP Diddy. Terrible nickname. What the hell?
We got rid of the P at one point. It just became K.
Oh, great. Yeah, but it's still, everybody knows.
Costi Durant.
I like
There you
Costi
go.
Durant. Costi Durant. Eric Harden.
Eric Harden.
Day-to-day Costi.
Chris, the franchise player. So, as of right now, there's no news on Luka, bro. You know, the line kind of. I do hear what Ron saying. The line look like he ain't playing. It look like he ain't playing.
I mean, it's 4.5 at home.
Yeah,
I mean, that tells you everything you need to know.
He ain't playing, but it's not official yet. So that's what I'm talking about.
You want to be sharp and you want to be a hero, take the Lakers on the money line if you think he's going to play.
Correct.
That would be the books would be really. I mean, given Laker bettors plus 4.5. Without
Really, truly, they don't. If one of them play, they good. If LeBron come here and play by himself, he good. If Luka come here and play by himself, he good. If they both sit, Austin Reeves over. He tripping right now. He tripping. He in one of them modes. And I would still be on the Lakers. Regardless, I'm on the Lakers. But I gotta see the number. Because if they both are out officially, I think like when it comes to
7.5.
7.5. Yep. 7.5. But who knows? We in that.
If one's out, it stays the same.
One's out, it stays the same. Maybe
If
5.
if both are in, it flips to laying 2.5.
Pick them.
Pick them.
Pick them.
Really? You don't think they're favored at home if they both play?
Pick them. Because Clippers do be beating up on the Lakers. They do. That little brother syndrome shit is real.
I mean, the Lakers just beat them.
I know.
They beat them 2 of their last 3.
I know. But before that, I think it was 15.
4 of their last 6.
I think before that it was like 15 straight. For the Clippers.
Wow. Yeah.
So we'll see.
Different arena now. There's some travel.
They've been on the road for a while, the Clippers, so we'll see. We'll see. It's their first game back in LA after a while. So they did sleep in their beds last night, though. So, ladies and gentlemen, man, we covered it, man. It took us a minute, but we did it. 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 We made it. It's not a Friday without a J rant. Come on, man. Y'all know that. A Luka J rant at that. But having a good week, man. So is Ron. Chris, finna start a run right now today. What you got over at Pick Dogs Premium today, Brody?
Yeah, coming off of a winning day in college hoops yesterday. Had the play of the day come in with Rutgers yesterday, so we're going to start a new streak coming into the weekend. Got my $15 college hoops play of the day. Got that as part of my 3-pack for college hoops. Got a 3-pack for NBA and my NHL power play. So lots of options, lots of ways to make some money as we head into another loaded weekend of action. But it's a great time to jump on something long term. Usually the 3-day and 7-day passes for me are less than buying each of Saturday's daily packages individually. And, we go high volume on Saturday. So make sure you check something out. Use that promo code PICK at checkout, 15% off.
About how many plays do you think you're going to have tomorrow?
So I don't know. I just started looking at the card. I think I'm already at 8.
So if you just had to guess, like 20, 15?
Yeah, at least in the high teens, probably.
How many you got today?
8.
And then Sunday, let's just call it 8 or 6.
6.
It's a good sample size of plays right there for the weekend, man, to turn you a profit.
I'm always known for having a good handful. So
hop on with the franchise player, man, because we can do some damage.
That's something I probably boast about, but that's okay.
as soon as it left my mouth, I realized how bad that sounded, and I just
left your mouth down too, huh?
I just rode with it.
I tried.
Yeah, I know. It came out, and I was just like, you know what? Maybe maybe it's just gonna be left alone. Nope.
These are your words, not mine. But
yeah, I know. Yeah, they are.
We're going to go to – I got my bank shop best bet today. Swept the board yesterday, 4-0. Got my NBA player of the night as well on a 3-game NBA best bet streak as well. I also got my MLB season pass up now on the website. Less than a month away from baseball season. Crushed the books last year at MLB. Looking to do the same in 2025.
Hop on with Ron LeDon Romanelli, man. Think about hopping on that baseball pass for real. We had to beg him last year to finally get one up. But he got it up early this season, so hop on with the Don, man, and kick the crap out of the books full season with Ron betting baseball right on the horizon, man. To be here before we know it, gonna blink. It's gonna be opening day.
Tokyo, March 16th.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. My Rangers opening day, I will be there, of course. It's a new tradition. I started 2 years ago. So I'm making my 3rd year in a row being at opening day.
You coming to Oriole Park, Camden Yards?
This year I will be at Camden Yards. Yes, I will. I will be making a trip to Camden Yards.
Ron, you coming too?
No, but I might go to Coors Field and go to a Rockies game. But I'll go to Camden Yards at some point. I want to do maybe one stadium a year. One new stadium.
I'm going to try to knock mine out in the next 5, personally. I want to go to all 30. Just right now I got...
What are you going to do, like pick one division every season and just...
Probably. Right now I just got 2. I got Coors and I got... damn, I just forgot the name of our
Astros?
No,
Globe Life Field.
Globe Life Field. That's
Yeah, but I'm surprised you haven't been to an Astros game.
I haven't been to an Astros game yet.
Oh, really?
That's a short trip for you.
No longer Minute Maid Park. I forgot what they call it now.
I have within driving distance for me, I can go to Mets, Yankees, Phillies, Pirates, and Nationals within a 2.5 hour radius. Well, no, up to 3.5.
Yeah, outside of Houston, there's really nothing close.
Right.
So New Orleans probably need a baseball team. Probably. Costi, man, what's going on over at Insider Plays, Don Club? What's, that whole umbrella of that next level service that the people can get from you guys?
So right now you could purchase Eric and Myself Broker, Big Al's All Access, which is the same games that he offers online, but it's a rated model. And obviously he adds games throughout the day after the cutoff since he can't put them on the premium side. If you're looking for some of the sub-market stuff, we're already doing college baseball, released 4 games today. We're doing golf matchups, outrights for the weekend. So a lot of our groups, a lot of the guys behind the scenes that are not on the actual platform on Pick Dogs offer these sub-market games. So if you're a bigger player, my number is right under Premium Picks. You can text me direct and I'll get back to you and see what works for you.
There you go. Next level service, man. Not for everybody.
Not for everybody.
Could be for you. If you think it is, give them a call, man. Just talk to
I get a lot of calls, and usually a lot of them go back to by Jay, by Ron. So guys that are watching the videos, all these guys are on pickdogs.com. You could buy their picks. So if you're interested in something that's short term and it's cheap and it's a guarantee, you can't beat that. To buy Jay's Jam Session Play of the Day or Ruffalo's Best Bet or Ron's Best Bet, you get a complete free guarantee if it loses. I mean, that's the best deal in sports. So highly recommend it if you're a smaller bettor.
For me today, ladies and gentlemen, I got all NBA. Got an NBA play today. Smashed it yesterday. Looking to smash it again today. I'll probably have like 4 or 5 when it's all said and done. And they'll be up there momentarily. Jam session's up though. Just got to finish loading all the plays here momentarily. So we're gonna look out for that. Been a good month. Been a good week. 2 weeks. 24. Trying to keep it rolling, man. Back to number 1 overall in the NBA here at Pick Dogs. So looking to keep that rolling to the weekend. I got some tough competition. I love it. That's what keeps me going. Love the guys. Let's do it, man. Let's make some money this weekend. Hop on with me. Pair me up with Ron. Pair me up with Chris. Pair me up with Jovan, Al. Tony T, Rod, whoever you want to pair me up with, man. Pair me up. Pair all of us up if you want to do it that way too.
Jay Briggs, Jay Yang. Jay Briggs, Jay Yang.
Pair me up and pair me and Jay Yang up. We'll see Jay Yang in less than 3 weeks.
I still don't believe it.
I don't know. Me too.
This was the running joke with Mitch. We didn't believe he was a real person. So Mitch kept sending us pictures, but they looked like they were like photoshopped. So I'm like, I still don't believe it. I have to actually shake the hand of this Jay Yang. So hopefully, he said it's on the list. He'll be there. So
He is on the list.
it's on the list.
Parlay time, ladies and gentlemen, man. Parlay. Chris, what you got for me?
Let's go with Quinnipiac. Let's go with the Boston Celtics and the Indiana Pacers.
Ron.
Los Angeles Clippers, Toronto Raptors, Detroit Pistons.
Sharp chaser parlay. Costi.
Nuggets, Celtics, Grizzlies.
We'll go with Bulls, York, Chicago, Bulls, Pelicans, and let's go college hoops. UCLA. Little 3-teamer.
Light your money on fire, parlay.
We shall see. We shall see, man. Tomorrow is the morning show, hour earlier start time, 10 Eastern start. We got to start an hour earlier because I'm got like damn college hoops games. That's so, make sure you're here or be square. We don't want you to be square. We want you to make some money tomorrow. Jovan will be here per usual. He's here Saturdays, Sundays. Ruffalo be so damn busy. I don't know. He like skip out on me sometimes on Saturday.
I'll probably show up tomorrow.
Franchise said he'll probably be there tomorrow. So Brian won't be there tomorrow, but Brian will be there Sunday. We'll see. We'll see who else pops in tomorrow. A lot of college hoops. And then NBA got a solid card tomorrow too. So break it all down then. See y'all then. Any final words from y'all fellas before we get out of here?
Good luck, everybody.
Smashing the books. Money making Friday.
I guess I'll try to act more professional tomorrow. Y'all were clowning me earlier. Happens that way. Peace, man. See y'all tomorrow. Right here.